Let's see another problem from LeetCode. It's a permutation, and it's a 46 problem from the LeetCode, and it's a medium level problem. Let's see, the companies, they ask this question. Yeah, it seems very popular question, and it's also seems like easy, but when we go and see the flow, it may be, yeah, it may be tough in the first time, but I think at least you have to go through the flow one time. So let's see the logic, what I'm how I'm solving this permutation problem. So for this 1 to 3, if you see here, there is a pattern here, and I use the same pattern. So the pattern is 1 is fixed, and then 2 3 and 3 true. Here 2 is fixed, and 1 3, and again 3 1. And here also 3 is fixed, 1 2 and 2 1. So we'll use we'll use the same pattern in our code. So in a permute and in the permute helper function, and here I'm passing this nums. I'm passing the address because I have to change the value inside this nums, starting with 0 and length of nums. Two things I'm passing. So this one I'm storing in a left pointer, and this the length I'm storing in a right pointer. The result, here is a result where we add all these permutations. So the 1 2 3 1 3 2, these are, so all will store in the result. So first thing, we pass this nums, and then 0 and the length, and that is LR. In the logic here, we collect the result here when the L and R both same, and in that case only we collect the result. And put that in a result here, and just return from there. The logic is here in the main logic in this lines. There are a few lines of code. Yeah, we'll see how it's working. So first, the IL, so the L value is 0 and 0 2, and R is, we know in this case 3, so less than 3, 0 1 2. So 3 times we are calling the permutation, that is a recursion. We call the recursion 3 times, and again, this calls permutation, when each call come to this place, again it will call the recursion in the respective number of times. Before calling the function here, we are swapping the number, and again after the call we are swapping the number. And that's a simple logic for this permutation. But at least let's see how we have used this pattern. So there is a complete flow. I have put it here, and I will show you one, and you can spend some time and then go through like how it's happening. So when we call, let's say like when we call this function in this case, then we know L is 0 and R is 3, so length is 3. Okay, so this condition will not match, L and R not match here, so L is, yeah. So this is the very easy logic, like once you have gone through the flow, and if you have the idea, you can skip the video, otherwise you can just stay with me for a few minutes. So okay, I is 0 and I is less than R, so this will run 3 times. So that's why if you see here L0, and there is a for loop, and then L0 So L value will go to the 0 itself. L value is 0. So if you see I0, I1 and I2, the 3 times we call this function in a loop. So that's why I have written here this 3 box. So that's the loop. So I have called 3 times, and when each function here, this L1, so next time when we call this function recursively, the next time it will go, and in that case L plus 1. So whatever the value of L plus 1, and with that value we call. So you can check here from the L1. So again we'll start from the L1, and then L value will assign to I L1, and max goes to the less than the length 3, that is 2. So that means it will call 2 times here. In the similar way here, L1 again 2 times, here also again 2 times. So let's analyze this scenario. So first time, like we swap the number I and L0, we swap the number same value, so it's fine, nothing changed. We call this function, and we know the L1, I1, we swap L and I, no change. So this, when we make a for loop, there are 3 calls, just remember 1 2 3, and we are in this call here, and when you call this function it will call 2 times. And what will happen in a 2 times? So if L2, again we'll swap the number, there is nothing change here. Then this FL2, when you call this function, then again we'll come here, that's a L3 now. Right, and in this case if you call the L3, then if the number is L is 3, then we are checking here L and R, if same, then collect the result. So the result is 1 2 3, and that's why our first 1 2 3 here, and we put that in a result 1 2 3. In the similar way, the function L2 is done, again we'll come back, return, and there will be the swap remaining L1, there's no change. So for this function call, one task is done, the second function call is still needed here. So in this case, swap L1, L was 1, right here you can check L1 here, so L1, but I is already 2. So swap this, and after swapping it's becomes 1 3 2. Again we call this function, and as a result of this function we'll call FL3, and this already swapped, so 1 3 2 we collect the result in this place. And the similar way we do all these things. So this call, the call flow is here, so just go one time, and it makes sense, and then we can utilize this logic in other place also. So it's a very few lines of code, and it's very easy to remember, but still I suggest at least first time you go and understand this flow by your own, and that will be helpful. So that's all for now. Thank you.